Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some news to go through, a few major ones but not too much to go through, so sit back, relax and we'll get straight into the video. Starting off with Chelsea pressing to sign Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. We've got something else that we sort of need to add on to this as well later on in the video, so stay tuned. But this is according to Corriere dello Sport via Sport Witness, and they're saying Chelsea are pressing to sign Juventus striker in the summer transfer window. So this transfer window, we're looking to get him. It says the Italian outlet added that the Juventus are prepared to pay, consider his sale, for £69 million. So about £70 million is basically where this is ending up, if anything is to happen. Of course, we have purchased Nicholas Jackson, and again, that links into another story later on. But it just goes on to mention that he is the main target for Chelsea, and they're pushing hard to find an agreement with Juventus. So there's not much else to this article. You can see that's pretty much it. So whether you believe this or not, I'm not too sure. I know that the signs have been that Chelsea are looking to go big this transfer window. So Nicholas Jackson in, but he's not the last sort of attacking addition that we're looking to make. I don't think we'd be wise to go into the season with just Nicholas Jackson and Broja, for example, as our main strikers. You know, and Nkunku could play up front, but I really do hope that we partner him with someone up front or he plays behind them, because we've seen what happened when we bought someone like Havertz and didn't play him behind a striker, and it didn't really work out. So this is an interesting one. Vlahovic, I'd absolutely take in a heartbeat at Chelsea, so this one I'm all for if we can get it over the line. But, you know, 70 odd million, that's a good chunk of the budget that we'll have this season. Of course, we've made about 220-ish million, I think it is, with all the sales, including, you know, like the Mason Mount one that's just scheduled to go through in the next few days. So it's a lot of money to spend on a striker, but he is, you know, a proven goal scorer. It is out in Italy, so it does make me question a little bit, would he do it in the Premier League? But you're always taking a chance when you sign a player, you know, from a different league. So we don't know how it'll pan out, but this is interesting and one to keep your eye on. Maybe Vlahovic is going to end up a Chelsea striker by the end of this window. And here we have an exclusive by Caught Offside saying Chelsea offer chance to seal a €40 million midfielder transfer. And as you can see pictured, it is the guy that it feels like every club, and especially Chelsea, are always linked with every transfer window. It is Sergei Milinkovic Savic, and again, it's come through that his agent is apparently seeking a solution for his future, and he has offered him out. He is in the final year of his contract with Lazio now, and he's a potential option in our midfield, basically. Chelsea have always been long-term admirers of him, and it's potential that we do end up going. You know, we need midfielders at the moment. We're desperate for midfielders, and he is one that obviously goes and scores plenty of goals. Is a real good attacking and physical outlet in that midfield. So this one, if it was down to me, I'd say yes. You know, last year of his contract, now is a good time to negotiate. If it's around €40 million, you know, that's 35-ish million pounds. That's a really good deal for someone like him. He is, you know, heading towards the later end of his career, but I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing for Chelsea at the moment when you consider how young our squad is. So this one, I'm all for happening, but whether it really does, because like I said, every transfer window we're linked to this guy and he just never moves. He stays at Lazio every summer. So whether it happens or not, I'm not saying it will, I'm not saying it won't, but his agent is drumming up interest. Maybe it's just for a new contract, you know, that's always possible. So we'll keep an eye on it, but God knows, this one, I feel like I would be just as likely that he will just stay at Lazio this summer, sign a new contract and continue to play there, because he seems to love it there. Then here's the further update on the striker situation. We have Chelsea ace wants transfer away as another Chelsea deal goes through. And as you can see pictured here, it is Armando Broja, and apparently he's looking for a transfer away after we completed the deal of Nicholas Jackson. Maybe to him that's just signalling that we don't have faith in him. You know, this is only coming from team talk, but he is assessing a potential exit, and West Ham are one of the clubs circling for him. I believe we saw this, I don't remember if it was in the January window just been, or the summer before that. We saw a lot of clubs interested in him, and you can see here from a Hammers news site as well, they are also saying that he wants to leave Chelsea and West Ham are looking at him. They've been after him for 18 months now, so I do think he would smash it out at a club like West Ham, to be fair to him. But I really do feel like we need to give him a shot at Chelsea. I'll be so gutted if he ends up leaving, and we never really got to see what he could do in a Chelsea shirt. You know, he's big, physical, got the eye for goal, you know, in the youth sort of teams and all that sort of vibe. So whether he can step up, it's yet to be seen. But I, for one, would love to see him get a chance. But if we're going to have Armando Broja, Nicholas Jackson, and Vlahovic, you know, I'd say he's joint second in that pecking order. You know, him and Nicholas Jackson, I think, are pretty even. And then obviously Vlahovic starts most of the game. So given that we haven't got any European competitions this year, where does his game time come in? You know, like if we're playing 1 game a week, occasionally 2, when there's an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup fixture, where's Broja playing? When's he going to get a chance to play? Because every other week you'll think every week it'll be Vlahovic up front if we sign someone like that, and then it's going to be Nicholas Jackson surely getting chances because we signed him, you know, like he's going to expect to be used. So it's a weird one. Maybe the sort of scouting, the technical directors, they don't see Broja as someone who has a long-term future at the club. I think that'd be silly, but man, I'd be sad if he goes, and to see him smash it at West Ham would be very, very upsetting, in my opinion, as a Chelsea fan. Now this one's an interesting one. This is coming from the Mail Online, but it's not the only outlet reporting it, so, you know, take it with a pinch of salt as all the stories, but this one is looking quite valid, and it says Christian Pulsic tells Chelsea he won't be joining Lyon even if they accept the French side's bid because his heart is set on AC Milan. Now there's a lot of talk about this one. The fee is apparently a little low. I think it's about 15 million euros that they're willing to offer. Chelsea were looking for about 25, so you probably think it's going to settle in the middle, and Chelsea will end up accepting, you know, a 20 million euro bid for him. But he is apparently dead set on Inter Milan. It was 12 million plus bonuses, so yeah, I think about that 15 million euro mark is where. And Pulisic apparently is set on that AC Milan move now, which is good because as a, you know, at Chelsea we need to be getting rid of Deadwood, and he falls into that category in my opinion. And getting him gone off the books, the wages gone, that'll be good. I'm sure he'll do well in whatever club he goes to. You know, there's a solid player in there, but he just needs that consistency. He's a good medical team around him, and I think Chelsea are just ready to move on from Christian Pulisic. So it's an interesting one, but I'm absolutely okay with Chelsea getting, you know, a small fee for him. It's only going to be 15 to 20 million at best, I think. And Pulisic, whilst, you know, he was very exciting when he joined, hasn't lived up to the hype. So this one, I'm definitely okay with letting him go, but I'm sure there's going to be a section of the fan base that says, no, give him a chance. You know, Poch can transform him into a top player. Whilst that might be true, you know, history and all the stats tell us that he's not up to it really. Well, that's going to be the end of the video today, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, hit subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll never miss out on a future video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.